sappiamo che il paesaggio ha giocato un ruolo chiave nelle arti cinesi, tanto è vero che il paesaggio tradizionale cinese è largamente rappresentato nella pittura e nella poesia. Secondo il tuo punto di vista, in che modo l'architettura del paesaggio può rivitalizzare un senso di rispetto nei confronti della natura? Quel rispetto che sembra essere stato dimenticato dal popolo cinese durante la crescita impetuosa delle città e delle megalopoli costruite in questi ultimi 15 anni.
In the past 30 years, urbanization is happening at a massively scale. So it basically destroys the whole natural system, the water system, even the wetland system. So how can we get back to the system? We have to think of landscape as infrastructure. It's not a garden, it's not an ornamental piece of green or ornamental piece of square. It is an infrastructure, ecological infrastructure. So you have to plan it before any development happens, so that we can protect the natural system, the wetland system, the river system, the forest, to create an ecological infrastructure. And this ecological infrastructure will provide multiple ecosystem services, producing food, producing clear air, produce clean water, and also this system will be able to regulate stormwater, quality of air, quality of water, and also the climate. And also this ecological infrastructure will be able to support life, support the biodiversity. Any kind of species allowed to stay in the city to be harmoniously with human beings. And certainly this infrastructure is enjoyable. It can provide the spiritual meanings for the people. People can enjoy the landscape, can have a recreational use of the space. So landscape, in my mind, is necessary an infrastructure. It's not just an ornamental piece. So you have to plan it, you have to design it as ecological infrastructure.
'In un'intervista che hai concesso alla rivista americana Time, hai detto che la civiltà contemporanea ha dato un significato erroneo al concetto di sviluppo. Quando affermi che è necessario costruire un nuovo sistema e utilizzare un nuovo linguaggio vernacolare del progetto per esprimere il mutamento delle relazioni tra uomo e terra, cosa intendi concretamente affermare?
In the past years, in past 3 decades, the Chinese society have transformed dramatically from agricultural society, from an agricultural lifestyle into urban lifestyle. Now we have 50%, more than 55% of people living in the city today. We have a very rich vernacular landscape. At that time, 30 years ago, 100 years ago, we have 5,000 years of history of agriculture, farming. Now that kind of activities or lifestyle have created a kind of vernacular landscape. People living harmoniously, sustainably with the natural system. Wind, water, soil, everything is being taken care of. So we describe this kind of landscape, a pastoral, beautiful, romantic landscape, the land of peach blossoms. But this kind of vernacular landscape existed in agricultural time. Today, we don't have this time anymore. We're living in the city now. And our environment, our water system, and our wetland system, natural system, has been destroyed. So we have to build a new paradise, a new land of peach songs in the city, for the city, and for the urban residents. So So what is this kind of language should be? What is this kind of landscape should be? We are not a rural society anymore. We have to be able to live in the urban society, in the urban situation. Now this new vernacular, we still can be inspired by this kind of language, this kind of landscape. We can still get inspiration from the tradition, because this tradition is about survival, about how we adapt to the environment, adapt to the climate for living, for survival. And today, because of this fast process of urbanization and because of this waste of energy, waste of materials, we cause a series of serious problems. Climate change, pollution, flood, drought, air and soil pollution, and all these problems we have to be able to solve. And how can we solve this problem? That need a new solution. And this solution is again to be able to deal with the natural process, be able to adapt to the water, to the soil, to the climate situation. Now this adaptation will eventually create a new vernacular Chinese landscape and a Chinese culture, which is modern, adapted to the modern lifestyle, be able to deal with modern life, to be able to deal with modern problems, and this is I call new vernacular. And this new vernacular is deeply rooted in the survival art of agriculture in the past 3,000, 5,000 years of history.
In molti dei tuoi progetti realizzi paesaggi produttivi, come nel caso del progetto per la Shenyang Architectural University Campus, nella provincia di Liaoning, che ha vinto il premio dell'Associazione Americana degli Architetti Paesaggisti nel 2005. In altri progetti, invece, preferisci soluzioni minimalistiche per il raggiungimento di un equilibrio tra uomo e natura e per ottenere successo nella creazione di nuovi spazi pubblici, come è accaduto nel caso del progetto Floating Gardens del Yongjing River Park a Taizhou. Possiamo affermare dunque che le tue soluzioni sono ispirate ad una sorta di nuova etica del paesaggio, ad una nuova concezione del modo di fare sviluppo, creando lavoro attraverso un intelligente uso del progetto paesaggistico?
Yes, I think the new ethic about the landscape is that landscape should be productive. They should be able to provide services for people. Productive means producing food, producing clean water, producing, biodiversity, or even producing opportunity for people to get involved, into the landscape, or producing even jobs. So that's a new ethics. How to make the landscape productive? It's not an ornamental thing. It is something will make us survive, provide all kinds of services. So that's a key. No, that's new because it's compared to what we have in the past century for industrialization of our environment, and thinking of landscape as an ornament, as a kind of pressure, a kind of a piece of land that's for people to look at, to enjoy it, and to beautiful. Now today, the new is that we actually recover the landscape holistically, like peasantry. Like a peasant, he take care of the land. Landscape is productive, produce food, produce everything. It become people can depend on, provide all kind of services. So that's, I think, is a new ethics, and this new ethics is actually recovered from our peasantry. Yeah. Okay.